Hey, Coach, so happy you found us. A couple things. First of all, make sure you go over and subscribe and like. We love those. Second thing is go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's a community of like-minded coaches. We just got off an hour and a half call just talking basketball. Come over and join us. There's nothing else like it on the market. It's got everything you need to win more games in less time. Come over and check out teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
All right. Welcome to High School Hoops. Yes. Coach. Spring is here. It's pretty exciting.
Are you serious? Because I don't feel like spring very much because we had snow the last couple of days.
I know. Do I look more relaxed when it's not the season? I do look. I don't know.
You've been yawning a lot.
I have been yawning a lot.
Like you always tell everybody, we record these in sequences of about 3 or 4 of them at a time. And the last one, you were yawning a lot. I was like,
I don't know why I was yawning.
Boring to talk to today.
So before we get into the podcast, I'd like to give a big shout out to our 2 sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. Tell them I sent you and they will take really good care of you. Trust me. I just talked to a Teach Hoops member who bought one, and I said, drop my name and they'll take good care of you. They'll give you $400 off, but they'll take really good care of you. And they trust me, the price they got him was really good. So go over and check out Dr. Dish, mention High School Hoops, Coach Collins. They'll take good care of you. Also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Lots of new stuff coming up. I'm hiring some people to put content up. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Prices are going to go up because inflation is 8.5%. If you know anything about
keep
inflation.
looking for my videos on YouTube. I'm trying to get more done.
They're I don't know when I queued them up for. I schedule out like a month.
It's all right. I'm excited because I can realize I can get a lot of them done in a quick amount of time. And I got lots of ideas.
No, they're awesome. Actually, they're awesome. But anyway, go over and check out teachhoops.com, 14-day free trial. Become a Teach Hooper. I'm thinking of getting Teach Hooper t-shirts, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. So
Teach Hooper.
Teach Hooper. You're a Teach Hooper. I don't know. It's stuff when I have too much time on my hands, I think about. Anyway, so go over and check out teachhoops.com. Work on your
empty
craft.
nesting is getting to you.
It is. I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee, and I ate too much over spring break, so it's like I'm like trying to intermediately fast.
Just you need to increase your walks with your dog. You'll be fine.
Yeah, one of my dogs needs knee surgery. So
oh wow.
If you want to help me pay for that, there's teachhoops.com help. Because trust me,
fund me, Steve's dog.
I'll go fund me for my dog. She's 8. She's beautiful. Her name's Sanibel. Teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You can help me pay for my dog's knee surgery. We're only going to do one knee. Both of them need it probably. The second one's not as bad, but she tore her ACL. So she's a Teach Hooper. She's been maybe too many walks during the pandemic. I don't know. Blame me. But come help me out. 14-day free trial. Come on. You know you want to. You know you've been putting it off. Don't put it off. Summer and spring. I tell people spring is the best time to buy it because then you have the most time in the spring, summer, and the fall.
You have the most, I think you have the most clarity.
You do have the most clarity after the season too. You're right.
I think that fits into our talk of like, we're trying so hard and we've been trying hard lately, the last, I would say 7 or 8 episodes to be very specific in what we do with information and really hone down. Like last week, I really loved our podcast about creating a desire to win in your players. And we really honed down building relationships with players, about how to motivate them, things that you need to look for.
Yep.
And then we were like, we really want to spend a lot of our time getting to the summer months about how to improve our craft as a coach and how to become better as a coach. And ultimately that's what Teach Hoopwas is intended for. And there's so many elements. And now this isn't a self plug, but maybe
sure
just a little bit.
Sure it is. Sure it is. I got to pay for knee surgery.
Yeah. But the craft.
Hey, before we go, you'll love this. So we're on the phone with the surgeon. So we decided not to do like the massive. There's 2 types anyway, and this is the question I asked. So the doctor's on the other end. I'm at school. My wife's with the dog at the doctor. Blah blah. Blah. And I go, okay, how old is Sanibel? And then she goes, 8. And Maya goes 8. And I go, well, how long do Goldens live? And my wife goes, we're not putting her down. I go, I wasn't asking that. I was asking for the quality of life. Like, I want to make sure she can still run and swim and do all the things. I'm not going to put my 8-year-old dog down. What are you talking about? But anyway, so I'm not, yes. So let me help the quality of Sanibel's life by joining.
Okay, so this is like we go on tangents, but this might be one of the most weirdest tangent show we've ever had. And I didn't realize how much your dog Annabelle meant to you and your family.
Oh, my dogs, I love them. I mean, we're thinking of trying to take them to spring break next year. I love my dogs. I love my dogs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if an 18-hour, 20-hour.
The nice thing about having a dog is no matter when you win or lose, you come home, they want to spend time with you, right? So
they always love me. They always love you. They always love me. And every coach should have a pet like that. Trust me, because me, you're not loved very often. All right, what's today's topic, Coach?
Hey, once you realize that, then you can start to really improve your craft.
Yes.
So yeah, you're not going to always make everybody happy. That could be a whole podcast in itself. Oh, we could do a whole one.
Trust me, we could do a whole podcast. I mean, think of all the games I've won, and I still take all sorts of
the true realities of coaching.
Yep, it is.
I wrote that one down. So again, back to our back to honing in our conversation about where we want to go with these next several months is just how to improve our craft as a coach.
Yeah. And I think it's like an off-season thing, right? It's like, how do we,
because you talked about that your mind is the clearest, right? And it is. And you know, everybody gets so mad at me when I watch the Final Four and stuff, and I look at things such in a deeper level. And you know, I watch things and how things are doing, and your mind is so clear because you're able to see things. So this is the best time to really hone in and become a better coach. But there's so many elements to think about, and I think, you know, Steve and I have wondered is like, people that listen to us, what are things that you want to improve on? I mean, I think today is just diving into some categories, right?
Right. So I think it's things that we can throw out, and then I want to hear from all of you. Just all you gotta do is email me, and then whoever gets the most votes, or maybe we'll even put something on my Facebook group. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But there's so many different topics that coaches can work on. So we're just gonna throw things out. But if you have something that you want us to talk about in terms of off-season improvement, then Steve@teachhoops.com. Super easy. Steve, that's my name, and then teach, and then hoops, one word, .com. Send it to me. And I'll start a list. And then in a couple weeks, once I've gotten enough votes, we'll dive back in to things. So I'm going to throw a couple things out, Coach, and then you throw, obviously, X's and O's would be one.
And that's such a big topic too, right? So like when you send an email, don't just say X and O's. Is it half court offense? Is it zone offense? Is it zone defense? We can pull out the chalkboard. We can pull out things off of Fast Draw. We can have a video complex. So you could watch the video, watching it on YouTube, but you could also listen to it auditorily as well on our podcast. So we have that capability. So when you think about topics, think about what do you want for X's and O's? Be specific, because the more specific that you can be, the better information we're going to be able to provide for you. And that's also going to help other coaches as well. Right. Because we can. So yeah, go ahead, back. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but
no, that was perfect. Keep going. You have more to say about that? No.
No, what I really want them to encourage is that when you talk about X's and O's, if you want to talk about a 1-2-2 half court press, go for it. Ask for it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it. Like, we want to know what you want to do. Or, you know, how to
what do you want us to talk about? What do you want us to deep dive into for 20 minutes, whatever? Okay. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I'm going to talk about, because obviously it's high school hoops. I think another topic is community or city, and not city. I'm just saying, I think it's the relationship with your team and the surrounding area, something like that.
I would say community is the best way to put it.
Yeah, something like that, like a discussion about how you connect, how you deal, because some communities are quote unquote basketball communities and some are not. So I think that would be an interesting deep dive. I think another one would be, this is one of my weaker parts, is how do you get stronger? Because when you look at these guys in the end, it's like they're almost like football players. So Strength, I think, is another thing.
So you're talking about the knowledge and
Yeah,
strength building and so forth.
and how you do that basketball specific. And then I think there's speed and strength. So I think those are kind of hand in hand about, you and I have talked about that too. It's like you're as good as the guy you can defend.
Right.
So how do you work on agility? How do you work on those things? I think there's I think especially coming out of the pandemic, there's the mental aspect of the game, not only for the coaches, but for the players.
Yeah, I wrote down for mental skills. I wrote to develop an IQ and the ability to adapt. And I have some ideas on that. I literally think we could spend a whole podcast on that. I'm wondering if other people want that. That's one definitely that you could be able to improve on or look at in the off season. Keep going.
Yep. And I think some of the other things are non-basketball. So I mean, literally outside of the basketball realm, like how do you deal with your spouse? How do you deal with your job, other than, because this is high school hoops,
Time management,
time management,
communication.
Yep. All of those things. Are any of those
necessary
topics?
Personal skills to be a good coach? How do you present yourself? How do you deal with parents? I mean, those are a million things.
There's a million things like that. So, obviously we could do a whole topic on parents. I could probably do, trust me, when I retire, you and I will literally do 6 months on parents. So that's 24 episodes. Promise you, we could do 24 episodes on parents. I could subcategorize them into 24 different podcasts.
Probably could. We could maybe do like a parent topic of the day, so it doesn't get so mundane.
Unbelievable amount. But I will not do that because I do not want to harm the innocent until I'm done. When I'm done,
I guess you put in perspective is that you can talk about that, but in the end, you're never going to make a parent happy. You're not going to make everybody happy.
No, you can't make irrational person. You cannot be rational with an irrational person, and they're all irrational.
Yep.
Trust me. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. So if you want parents, so again, what I'm asking is, you don't even have to write an email and say anything to me. You can put in the subject line if you want. Talk about, and then send it to steve@teachhoops.com. And I'm going to start a spreadsheet, and I'm just going to keep track of the things that you want to talk about. Yeah. I mean, is there a coach in your area you want Jake and I to interview? We could do that. I mean, we can do a 3-way interview. I mean, is there somebody that you want us, that's a high school coach that you think, man?
Another thing is, like, do you want us to focus a session or two on somebody that coaches high school girls? I mean, we've always coached high school boys. Right. I mean, I'm willing to do that. I mean, yes. The game is similar, but there are different components of what girls basketball and men's basketball is. I mean, it's a different style of game. How you approach it. So
I'm telling you right now, the Final Four for girls has been more entertaining to me than the Final Four for boys. I'm just telling you.
They play. The way that they play basketball in the girls' Final Four is more applicable to high school basketball than what they do in the Final Four right now. And you watched a lot of
the Final Four in the colleges, like boys, is like NBA.
Right.
Yeah.
No. And so.
Yeah.
You can really learn a lot. Like watching UConn. I watched UConn on Friday. They ran like 4 or 5 multiple defenses. It was incredible. Anybody that wants to be a great coach, watch UConn play tonight. Well, obviously tonight we'll be past that, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay, he just gave away when we're doing this. Yes, we are doing this.
So this is actually April 3rd. It's 6:18 in 40 minutes.
And I'm looking at my clock going. I'm looking at my clock going 6:19. The game's tip-offs at 7. All right.
It's great to watch, and you're gonna watch 2 really good coaches. I think it's an underrated field that even people that coach high school boys, you can learn a lot from watching the women's game at the collegiate level, because these coaches are fantastic. They have great players, but they know how to do a lot of things that if you were to mimic in the high school level, would make you a great coach.
I agree. All right. So your homework, podcast listener, pull the car over, stop the treadmill, stop the run, email me at steve@teachhoops.com. If you become a Teach Hoops member, then I maybe let you text me. But email me, give me a topic, give us a topic that you want us to do as far as things for you for the off season. Probably the top 5. We'll probably take the top 5, something like that.
Who knows? If we get a lot of them, we just keep going.
We'll just do them all. Done. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to just go through our list. And, we want to do what you want to hear. So let us know. And until next week, Coach.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.